They're running in the All-American Futurity NFL.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Triple Crown Report, brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency. I'm Tim Keithley, along with Hall of Fame broadcaster Tom Dawson. We've just completed trials for the Rainbow, Tom. I thought it was a very exciting weekend.
Well, there were some great horses that we saw, both the 2-year-olds and the 3-year-olds, and came down to the last race every day.
Yeah, it really was exciting, and maybe a hometown racehorse that we're going to talk about. Mr. Trotter is involved.
Well, it's a long time coming. He's bred some really nice horses. He's bought a bunch of nice horses, and now he's got one qualified each way.
We'll tell you all about it coming up in just a moment. Triple Crown Report is brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency, Granada Farms, American Quarter Horse Association, New Mexico Horse Breeders Association, Kavanaugh Quarter Horses featuring Uncle D, Just Dulce, and Speed Horse Magazine. Right back to tell you all about the trials when the Triple Crown Report returns.
The American Quarter Horse. They represent a new year, new opportunities, and exciting expectations to be winners. For over 30 years, Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency has insured American quarter horses that include champions and their bloodlines. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency knows that your horse represents a large investment. Ensuring that investment will be the least overall expense an owner has in protecting that investment, whether it's a new foal, a new purchase, or a special runner. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency offers prospective full coverage to protect your investment from the very beginning, while in utero and when your foals are born. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency can insure them at 24 hours of age. Their family has made supporting the American Quarter Horse a priority. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency is proud to be a Triple Crown Report sponsor. Visit their website at jonesbloodstockinsurance.com for more information.
Uncle D is the only stallion to sire qualifiers for all Remington Park, Oklahoma bred stakes. Uncle D foals born through 2026 are eligible for the $50,000 smart money incentive when they win a Grade 1 Futurity or Derby. $25,000 goes to Grade 2 and Grade 3 Futurity and Derby winners. Plus, he is a Ruby and Riata Buckle stallion. Uncle D, a $3 million sire, now standing in New Mexico at Prestige Equine.
Back to the Triple Crown Report, brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency. We'll turn our attention now to the Friday trials and a filly that was a first-time starter, very exciting, in Cartel Cowgirl 123.
I think if you went back in history, Tim, and researched it, you're not going to find very many instances of a first-time starter filly posting the fastest time for the Rainbow.
Here's Robert Fox with the call.
They're running. Clean, even break in its early speed for Cowgirl Eats Fire. Center of the course is Cartel Cowgirl 123. Far side we have Patrick Jane. And then the inside Good Candy, then Dracula. It's Cartel Cowgirl 123 on her debut, and a smashing debut. She wins clear.
She ran great. I mean, she's still a little green, and there's a lot to improvement on her we can do on her, and I think she'll be real tough for the finals.
Did you notice anything into the starting gate?
I know she didn't leave as good as she leaves in the morning, so I knew if she left her, decent today, we're going to be tough. So I know if she leaves even better in the finals, we'll be sitting good.
Hometown horse for the Trotters.
Yes, sir. It's his horse. It's a great opportunity. I get to ride for him, and thanks to JJ, Sebs, Charcoal, little James, everyone for the opportunity. Without them, I wouldn't be where I was today.
The short story is that Philly got sick right at the first of the year, and it delayed the process, the training process, and it's made us late with her the whole time. So her being a first-time starter, we had confidence in her, but anything can happen with a first-time starter.
So it's unusual for a filly to be in this position, Tim, but especially one that has overcome what this filly did and just this year, earlier in the spring.
And talk about overcoming. I mean, everything that's happened at Ruidoso Downs, I don't care. I'm rooting for Johnny Trotter to take one home in the Rainbow.
Well, it's good to see him qualify a couple of horses and, have a rooting interest anyway.
There were other qualifiers from Friday, including Cyber Paint. This is for young trainer Zach Steinbaugh. Here's Robert Fox.
They're running. And quickest from the blocks was Dynasty's dash between horses. Inside a Flying Dynamite 1, 2, 3, and Cyber Paint is running on. And to the far side, we have Lioness. Then down at the rail is Wise Comet. Still Dynasty's dash. Dynasty's dash, Cyber Paint chases, and now Cyber Paint strikes the front and goes away. Cyber Paint from Dynasty's dash.
Fantastic. That I really like this horse, and he won his Ruidoso, and he looked like he wanted more distance, and so he got it today. So really exciting.
Late in the day, and you wonder, can you get there? Because these are some pretty quick times that are coming across.
Yeah, while we were waiting in the paddock, I was looking over. We had a solid tailwind, and then right when we walked down the track, it switched to a headwind, and then when he ran, it was no wind. So we'll take it.
That's racing, huh?
Yeah. It's, the time worked out. So super pleased.
Tim, Zach Steinbaugh, Rick Young, Joe David Yates, they struck last year with Investor, who's made over $400,000. They paid $28,000 for him. This one, they really went up the ladder all the way to $30,000 to pick up Cyber Paint. They're really good at getting these bargain horses.
Zach has a good eye. A young trainer. Of course, his dad is John, and it's always good to see that they're successful. And then we move on to the Valeriano stable. Sammy Valeriano, who had El Huracano V with Francisco Calderon aboard in race 4.
They're running. Bobbling start for El Huracano V. KJ Big Bad Leroy Brown fast at the rail, but here is El Huracano V now to take over. El Huracano V trying to stretch away from KJ Big Bad Leroy Brown, then Brasau, and into the outside, AJ Wise Lady and Lucky Cowgirl. It is all El Huracano V.
The horse actually is not the worst race he's ran, but when he got to the grandstand, he got real green. I have a lot of horses do that here in Albuquerque. I guess it's too close to grandstand, but he got a little green at the end, so I didn't really whoop him, but I just kind of hand rode him a lot, try to keep his attention there with the reins. But he ran really good. I thought we were going faster than that, but I mean he ran good.
El Huracano V came within a zap of winning the Heritage Place Futurity, Tim, and is already a Grade 1 placed horse, so no surprise that he would qualify smartly for this Rainbow.
So here's the lineup from Friday that qualified for the Rainbow. Cartel Cowgirl 1, 2, 3, top qualifier. Cyber Paint, El Huracano V, Sephora 157, and Bluey makes the field. That's an interesting horse.
Yeah, it gives rooting interest and a participating interest for La Feliz Montaña Ranch, who's been so prominent here in recent years in all of the major races.
We'll talk about Saturday's qualifiers when the Triple Crown Report returns.
New Mexico offers year-round racing at 5 tracks. $60 million is paid annually to New Mexico breds, led by the $1.2 million State Fair Futurity at Albuquerque. Last year, 4 New Mexico breds became millionaires, 2 quarter horses and 2 thoroughbreds. Yours may be waiting. Shop the New Mexico bred sale at Ruidoso in August and the Ruidoso Select Sale. New Mexico is the place to breed and race.
Two-time champion Cyber Attack is a full brother to 6 Grade 1 winners. His first crop are yearlings. One famous eagle has sired 3 All-American Futurity winners, 2 world champions, and 6 millionaires. Dulce Sintacha was the leading freshman sire with progeny earnings of nearly $2.2 million. Also standing Hawkeye, the #2 third-year sire of stakes winners and earnings. Granada Farms, home of champion runners and sires.
Back to the Triple Crown Report. We'll take a look now at Saturday's qualifiers, starting with a filly that we've become very accustomed to being at the finish line.
Ask Her to Fly, of course, had the fastest qualifying time on her day for the Ruidoso Futurity. Came back and ran a very good third in the finals.
And here's Robert with Ask Her to Fly, top qualifier from Saturday.
The 14th. They're running. Ask Her to Fly. Good break in the center. She's got her mind on running. She bears down. Ask Her to Fly in front. And then it is AJ Beauty Rose. Cartel Clue next. Extreme outside. Cyber Rivers beginning to throw in a late run, but Ask Her to Fly has flown away. Ask Her to Fly, then the Cyber River.
Philly showed everything, right? I mean, was in the finals of the Ruidoso and is back and looks as fast as ever.
Yeah, thank God. She's always been an honest filly. So all it was is now a 400, so we'll try her out. Hopefully she's not tired, but come back really good. Thank God.
Well, Ask Her to Fly is owned and bred by Randy Geiselman, and he has exactly one mare. She produced a horse like Ask Her to Fly. That's pretty good percentage.
And the trainer, Jason Olmstead, is comparing this racehorse to Linder 16, which was an all-time great mare.
Yeah, one of his all-time favorites. This filly, if she breaks like she broke in the trials, Tim, she's a target.
I'll tell you what, she's something else. We go back to the Valeriano stable with Heat Seeker V from race 13. Here's Robert.
They're running. Heat Seeker V a bit slow, got squeezed a little, and it's Relentless Prize MRB with speed. Heat Seeker V's beginning to charge, though, between horses, and then right alongside Just Found a Dynasty, and then KJ Renegade and Heat Seeker V. Not a great start, but a beautiful finish. Heat Seeker V from Just Found.
Yeah, it's thank God the horse ran good. Right now Heat Seeker, he got crushed the first 100 yards. I always just staying chilly on him. That way they see if the hole opened. And he's a good horse. He already qualified for the Ruidoso and went through the hole and ran real big. That cost him a lot, but he qualified. I think, thank God, that's fast.
Well, Heat Seeker V gives Sammy Valeriano 2 shots in the Rainbow, and the horse he won the Ruidoso Futurity with didn't even participate.
He'll be back in the All-American trials, Highly Lethal V. Another with 2 shots in this Rainbow Futurity, the Johnny Trotter, owner of Think Twice Perry, which made the final. Here's Robert.
They're running, and tomorrow's Dynasty broke slow. And early speed Yellow Cap Soul Survivor inside Double D 123, and inside of that Think Twice Perry. Then in the orange, a political VIP Eyes a Rockstar outside Smoke and Mirrors. Think Twice Perry has surged to the front. Think Twice Perry's gonna win from Double D 123 in a photo.
The Trotters, and you're on their horses.
Man, hey, thank God they performed good today, and yesterday, so good horses, and they did what they were supposed to do.
And this wind, you never know what the time's going to pop up.
Oh, no, you never know. And honestly, I said, man, he ran a little green. I don't know how fast he went through there and come back, and I see the time, and I'm like, oh, this isn't impressive, so I'm good. Oh, man, he came to us, his mind was all over the place, and we just had to get him dialed in, make him behave, and get the gates down right. And, today he managed to show that he can do that. And if he can keep it up, we might have a good horse on our hands.
They took the blinkers off of Think Twice Perry for this, Tim, because he hadn't been breaking like he should, and they felt like if he knew what was going on around him, he might get a little more focused and not tighten up so much.
It worked, apparently.
Sure did.
Okay, here's the lineup that made the finals of the Rainbow from Saturday. Ask Her to Fly with the fastest time of 19.573. Heat Seeker V, Think Twice Perry, Greatest Ever, and Crash for Cash. That's the second Olmstead entry.
Yeah, and Jason said he wasn't that surprised with this horse because he'd been coming around, hadn't started since Remington, but he felt like he was ready to go, and he gave a great effort.
All right, we'll be back to tell you more about the Oaks and Derby qualifiers when the Triple Crown Report returns.
For over 56 years, Speed Horse Magazine has been the trusted source for quarter horse racing news. Our mobile-friendly platform elevates your experience on any device. Our advanced search puts essential data right at your fingertips. Explore the stallion section, easily sort and filter member stallions, then compare up to 3 side by side. Stay informed with custom notifications tailored to you. Speed Horse Magazine. We deliver the information that drives the industry.
Genetics matter, and these are impossible to ignore. Just Dulce, 2025 champion 3-year-old colt and full brother to the phenomenon, Dulce Sintacha. Backed by elite genetics, proven performance, and a program designed for success, Just Dulce booked full his very first season. Just Dulce, genetically inevitable, standing at Royal Vista Ranch in Wayne, Oklahoma.
Back to more of the Triple Crown Report. We'll turn our attention now to the Oaks and Derby qualifying races, starting with race 3. I thought this was the most interesting, fascinating race of the weekend. The winner, well, you have to watch the race, right, Tom?
Well, you have to watch the race to see what happened, but GFG Sinful won the Ruidoso Derby against the boys. Obviously, taking the Oaks route is a softer way to go, so they came back in here, but they ran into a very, very tough filly who also beat the boys in the Los Al 2 million, Toby Sis.
Toby Sis, the winner of race 3. Here's Robert.
They're running. Hopping start for GFG's Sinful. Toby Sis broke right with her. Then we have Ring of Fire at the rail. Next we go back to Feliz Dreaming. And it's Toby Sis who got in front of GFG's Sinful. Toby Sis, GFC's Sinful. Toby Sis beats GFG's Sinful. Then Ruse Tickle knockout.
Huge time, Francisco. 21:08. That's pretty good.
Yeah, you know that. She's a great filly. She didn't win the 2 million just for nothing, you know. And in the Oaks, she ran okay. She was a little sad over there. I don't know if she didn't like the track or what, but she liked it up here in New Mexico. She's been galloping good, strong. That was a tough trial, toughest trial, probably tougher than the Derby.
Well, the only bad race on Toby Sis's form is her last one, a 5th in the Heritage Place Oaks. No apparent excuse, Tim, but clearly did not carry over.
The top qualifier, Toby Sis, GFG's Sinful, was right there. Beautiful, made a nice run.
Beautiful from California. She was been a kind of a terror out there. She's had a couple of problems in the finals of races, getting a little excited, break through the gate on one occasion. But if she gets it together, keeps it together, she's a force.
And there you have the lineup for the Oaks. Let's turn our attention now to the $750,000 Rainbow Derby. And here comes AQHA champion 2-year-old Political Twist. It hadn't run in a while.
One of the more fascinating stories of the day, you know, his debut was put back about a month. How would he run? He hadn't started since last December, and that out wasn't a good one at Los Alamitos. So would he be his old self, or, you know, would he not quite be up to par?
He certainly was strong today. Here's Robert and Political Twist.
They're running. Political Twist. Beautiful break. On top early, and now being chased by Just Sinful along the inside. Right alongside, Unleashed is coming at him. Political Twist, Unleashed outside. Just Sinful fades, and AJ's wingman. It's Political Twist from Unleashed, then AJ's wingman.
Actually, you know, he's a racehorse. He still remembers how to run after 7 months. You know, it was unfortunate what happened to him in the last trials, but we keep our head up, and we didn't do nothing wrong. Just want to know the people to know that we don't use anything bad. It was an accident by my trainer and by the vet. I just want to make it clear that everything is fine. Our horses run super clean, nothing extra. So they're just fast horses. They're athletes, you know. And I'm glad he did what he did. Thank you.
Well, he certainly ran fast. That was very impressive, coming off the layoff and running that kind of race with Unleashed lapped right on him. But, boy, he just kept digging and set the fastest time.
Certainly was an impressive effort. And then we get to the second fastest qualifier, back to Sammy Valeriano's Jarvis V.
Well, you got to see this race to believe it. I mean, Jarvis V took a course that you're not supposed to take and be able to win a race, let alone post a fast time like that.
They're running. Louisiana Man came away well, shifted out a little bit. Rampaging inside in the red, and then Yellow Cap Racket Ridge. And Jarvis V is beginning to roll. Here comes Jarvis V. Jarvis V. Louisiana Man continues to drift. Jarvis V. Louisiana Man. Then Rampage. Jarvis V. beats Louisiana.
Yeah, well, he didn't break. He didn't break in the Derby. He broke really good. Today he didn't break at all, and he made a run and still managed to get there.
That was a crazy time for that much trouble early.
Yeah, I felt him. He was running once he got a get-go, but that break cost him a lot. But
well, Tim, every scientist will tell you that the fastest way between 2 points is a straight line. Jarvis V didn't take a straight course, but he still ran a fantastic time. The key, though, is he's got to break better in the finals. He's not going to run around the field in the Rainbow Derby like he did these trials.
Francisco wasn't happy at all with the break. Here's the lineup for the $750,000 Rainbow Derby, and there's Famous and Relentless, always seems to make the final.
He's a good horse. Both of Jason Olmstead's that made the finals are good horses. Solid, win a lot of races, always right there when the qualifying's on.
Was a fantastic weekend of racing, and I'm looking forward to the final. How about you?
Okay. Can we do it tomorrow?
Well, the Cowboy Channel will be here.
Yes, we will be here. We'll be here on the 12th to do the Futurity and the Juvenile, and we will have wrap-up coverage from the night before of the Rainbow Oaks and Rainbow Derby.
Triple Crown Report is brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency, Granada Farms, American Quarter Horse Association, New Mexico Horse Breeders Association, Kavanaugh Quarter Horses, Just Dulce, and Speed Horse Magazine. And thanks to all of our sponsors for bringing these reports each and every week to all the quarter horse racing fans. Thanks, Tom.
Very good, Tim. Look forward to 2 weeks from now.
We'll see you next week for the Triple Crown Report.